guys, welcome to today's video. Today we are playing finally a original game for Game Boy, and that is going to be The Adventures of Pinocchio. Alright, so what do we have here? Interesting. Okay, so those are fires. Hard to tell in black and white. Okay, so we can jump over that stuff. Alright, so what is it? This is a kind of puzzler where we just try to make it to the... Alright. This kind of feels like, what is it? Not the Magician? Where are we? Oh, we're there. Oh, so we have to... It's kind of like Lemmings and I want to say the Magician game, but... Unfortunately, the jumping is a little sluggish. I mean, all in all, I don't know why they call it, like, why this is a Pinocchio game. I guess they just wanted some kind of IP for it. But all in all, I mean, there's really nothing wrong with it. It is a little, because of the way the game is set up in the way it's kind of 3D-ish. It kind of being black and white makes it a little hard to kind of gauge certain things, maneuver, and tell what you're kind of doing at the moment. I expected it to be coming back on me way... Alright. I didn't do that. Alright. I mean, the puzzles aren't overly intricate, but not bad. Okay, so there's got to be probably something with this. Okay, so now we got to move a piece. Okay. But how do we move it? Okay, there we go. We kind of... Yeah, controls... it's just kind of hard to gauge where everything is and what you're doing. In the because there's really no depth. Like black and white, there's very little depth to anything here. Is it really unnecessary for this? I guess he changes drag when you're on the thing. Looks like, at least, anyways. I mean, all in all, it's a basic kind of puzzler. It really has a lot of feels for a bunch of other, you know, NES games in this kind of genre. But it doesn't really transfer over well in 3D, because, like, yeah, you can kind of see an outline, but everything, because it's black and white, so blends together and just makes everything, like, trying to maneuver everything. I mean, because for one, he's a little slow on everything. It shouldn't even be that hard. Yeah, like it's, and then some of the walls on this thing are a little off to where you look like you're fine, but you're not fine. And this one I don't fully get. Like I'm trying to... Yeah, this one I don't fully understand. Like, I know you gotta move this, but it's so hard to, again, with the black and white, it's so hard to see where everything is and how to get next to something. And moving this block sideways, I don't understand how to do that. And then you hit the what looks like solid ground, and then it's not, and then you're down. Oh, maybe we do that. Let's try this. Instead of touching it first, let's do it this way. Yeah, like, it starts out fun, and the game is still good and decent, but the black and white and the way the game is orientated, it really, really makes things difficult, and I can only see it getting worse as the levels get increasingly more difficult. And the whole, yeah, see, that's the whole reason we're dying is because we're right next to something, but all of a sudden, sometimes you die there and sometimes you don't. The collision on this is a little off when it comes to the holes. I didn't. Really? Apparently that corner's a little... I mean, the game in and of itself is not bad, and I think if it was on a different system, it would be better. Or if they did more of a... I mean, I guess you really couldn't even do a top-down view, because I feel like it would, whoa... Of course. We knew that was coming, right? Oh, you don't actually stay on the block when it moves. Yeah, you actually have to... That's kind of... We kind of dumb lucked our way over there. I mean, I knew I was trying to jump over, but like it kind of felt like I just kind of got lucky. And again, with where you think you're gonna fall down onto it, you don't. It's like we haven't lost a life, which is interesting. It's just kind of almost like just go until you don't feel like playing anymore, which I could see it starting to lose its charm after a little bit. Like it's a decent game, but there's too many there's just too many kind of negatives that start to outweigh the fun of it after a little bit. The jumping is decent, and don't get me wrong, like it's not bad per se, but it just takes some getting used to, I guess. I guess is better word for it is it takes a little getting used to. more so than anything else. But really, it's just mostly just kind of not being able to really gauge where you're at, where things are, having the collision and the wall, the invisible wall, like where you fall down into pits a little off to where you should be. Because, yeah, when they have things where you have to judge the depth and the range and everything, and the fact that you just really can't in this scenario, really makes it to where it starts to get a little annoying. Like, all of a sudden now we can't jump up, like it doesn't jump up on it, and like it's just weird. Yeah, stuff where we're starting to get into this territory where I thought I'm on there, but we're not. Yeah, it's stuff like this where we're getting into the part where the view and everything about it is actually just not working for me. Damn, that dude is quick. Aha, and I fell down. Made it. Not quite the way they had intended, but we made it anyways. Alright, I feel like a couple more and we're probably... I didn't even... Nothing wrong with that. I don't have a problem with the blocks breaking. That sucks. Where am I? What am I? Is that block gonna move? Is that what I'm guessing? Because we have one block that's going to fall apart and the other one that's gonna move, right? Is what I... Yeah. I actually thought I landed on the spikes there for a minute. Oy vey, what a mess. Yeah, see right here, I don't even... This part is going to just absolutely suck. Because you can't see the place you're supposed to jump into. Like... And then you just kind of jump and it just... dies. But oh no, the game is decent. It would have been a much better game had it been on like the NES where you can get more depth with colors and everything. Being black and white with this, like right here, is just a jumbled mess of yeah, you can see it, but the way everything works and functioning, it's just honestly kind of annoying. It's doable. There's nothing overly like negative to say about it. The game is fairly fun. The puzzles are like they're decent. They're not too bad, but I mean most of them are pretty basic. I think it's just the aesthetics and the controls are the only thing really making it to where you die most of the time. Like the puzzles and everything in and of itself, not difficult at all. The lack of depth, the lack of color, the way the levels are laid out, and the little slightly inaccuracies of how close you can get to something to where you just all of a sudden die is the main problems with the game and the main things that are going to kill you. But other than that, like the game is fairly fun. It's not too bad. It just does not really work well for black and white, I don't think. I think that this game severely is limited to the fact that it would be such a better game in a color setting. Like that alone would change so much and make this game just a lot better is the fact if it was just in color. So with that being said, guys, that was me. This is Pinocchio, and we will see you next time. Thank you so much for joining me. See you later.